All right, welcome everybody. Welcome back to today's class. This is what we call market review, where we look into uh, what we do wrong, what went wrong, and some of the trade we won, some of the trade we didn't, and then these are the avenue for you to step up. It helps a lot if you're a trader. This is more or less like a backtesting. You're looking into the market to determine what happens. At times when you are in the market, you have emotions running on your mind, everything running. But when you are calm, over the weekend, you're not doing anything, you will be able to see clearly what you did wrongly and the next things you need to turn into so as to avoid such things. Last week we gave out some trades and we want to look into them, how they played out and how why they didn't play, and those ones that played out, why it all turned out to be. I could remember last week I gave out GBPJPY around this point that we are looking to short because of what we are seeing, some level of accumulation that we are seeing at this point. You can see some order flow at this point here. The auto market took us out push, and later on, because can you see later on the sell came massively. Can you see, guys? It sold for the whole of the week. It sold a lot, but at that moment we're trying to sell at this point market took us out. But I was able to make some buy, little buy here and another buy here. We wanted to buy again, we lost it here. And then that was it. Now we're looking to buy at this new point range market but above here. So we lost this GBPUSD last week. We should have won again. I guess I gave us well, but our week was still quite profitable because we able to make it back. But for those that only watch our videos and are not on our Telegram group or any of our community group, they might have actually had a bad week because most of our trades, once we say buy, it's gonna be longing for the whole of the week. Once we say sell, it's gonna be sell for the whole of the week. The one we lost end up selling for the whole of the week. Can you see? But at that moment, we were kicked out. Same thing to GBPUSD. I think market was around year. What was it? What was it? Okay, I can't remember. Yeah, yeah, a bit sold and then took us out. Then later on, begin to sell. Can you see? Begin to sell. Can you see? I think we make this sell. We make this sell. We begin to sell and sold for the whole of the week. This is about how many pips? It's about 400 pips or so. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. But we were kicked out, but later on we made money from it. That is on the group. Those who are on the group, because we used to have free trainings, educations, and lots more perks on the group. So if you are not on our Telegram group or any of our community group, I want to urge you to join right now or ask for the link. Our support or myself will send it to you so you can always be a partaker and of course always make money with us for the new week. The sky is always big for everybody to make money, so there is no need to begin to what shy away, guys. So I think another trade I also gave out last week. Let me look. Most of those trades we gave out last week didn't play out. This is unfortunately once in a million year, once in a million times, and of course I think I don't know. Did I give you guys EURGBP? I can't remember this one. Okay, let me see again. Which one again? I think I gave you guys EURJPY. I think I gave EURJPY. Let me check. Yeah, I think I gave EURJPY. You were trying to sell. I went almost similar to GBPJPY as well, but I didn't. But later, but I didn't get an entry for sale at this point here. We didn't get an entry for sale here. I can't see my entry. I want to sell it though, but we didn't get an entry. But we were able to buy here and buy as well and make money for the week. We were able to buy some to buy and make money for the week over there. Which other one again? Which other one again? So let me say overall, I think most of those trade we gave out last week. I think this is the first time this year while we're having all of them not eating at exact, but later on went up doing a massive, a massive buy or sell to our direction. I think this is the first time all of our trades. I think virtually all, not okay, three or four that I gave out last week. This is the first time since is it last year? I don't know, is this year? Speaking of this year, and this is the first time I'm seeing this. This is the very first time. Let me say this year. This is the very first time we are throwing out two to three or four trades to you guys. Though most of the trades correlated actually. We're throwing out and then most of them kicked us out over the week. By the time market opens and of course didn't none of them went our direction. This is quite very rare and very strange. However, and those who are on our group she knows that how we're able to bounce back because we're able to make milk some of them back and we're able to bounce back and make money for the week, and as much the week was still profitable for us. I think that's all for today, and I think you learned one or two things from this video. Thank you so much for joining me once again, and see you in the next video. Bye for now. Peace out. Wish you profitable week ahead. Bye. Bye.